I could definitely say, like, even thinking back to like when I was in fashion school, the most stressed out students were the fashion design students. So be ready for the process, because it is definitely stressful, but it's also very fun. Yes, you can design clothing without actually knowing how to sew or draw. And this is something that I learned a long time ago. I used to think that being a fashion designer meant that you were always there with the needle at the sewing machine, you know, creating and sketching out designs, but it is not like that. And when you really look at the fashion industry as a whole, as it is today, when you look at like designer brands, like I'll say Kate Spade for example, we know that she is no longer with us, but the company is still running. They have systems in place to keep the company running. They have like a whole team helping them execute the designs that are being made. I remember learning this when I was younger, because I actually had applied for FIT. So some of you guys know already that I got my bachelor's degree at FIT in fashion business management. So before I applied for the business side of fashion, I had applied for the design side, and my application was rejected. I was not accepted, and I just remember feeling upset about it, hurt about it. But then I realized, like, you don't even like to sew. Like I did enjoy drawing at the time, and I could say that my drawing wasn't horrible. My drawing definitely, you know, could elevate, and it could have gotten better if I continued practicing. And I'm gonna try to put some pictures in here so that you guys can see. But overall, I realized, like, I don't want to be the one behind the sewing machine. That was never something that I liked. I didn't feel like I had the patience for it. So I want to put you guys on and help you guys to understand what the fashion industry really looks like. So there are ready-to-wear designers, luxury or couture designers, streetwear designers, activewear designers. So just choose your lane, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Forget about the fact that you can't sew. Forget about the fact that you cannot draw. The only part here that you're gonna need is the money to outsource the people that are able to do this for you. So all you need is a vision. Once you have the vision in place and you find the right team, the right people to help you to execute this, you are going to be able to see the design that you have in your mind come to life. So typically when we think about sewing, when we think about fashion design, sewing and drawing go hand in hand. And this is truly a key thing that is needed in order for your production team to execute your design for you. So what you are gonna want to do is your research when it comes to different graphic designers, depending on what you are looking to do, or fashion illustrators that can sketch out the designs for you. And this is gonna be like a fun collaborative process. Once you find the right people that can execute the vision correctly for you. Something that's really popular in the industry are CAD designs. So CAD designs are computer aided designs, but you could also work with someone that does things by hand. But I think that now, with the age that we're living in, everything is, you know, done online. So you are going to need these CAD designs when you are working with different manufacturers to create these products for you. So another thing that you want to do is your research when it comes to the factories that you are working with, and that they're actually executing the labor laws, that they're not overworking people. Or you also want to make sure that the factory is safe for the workers as well, because I think that is something that's so important. You want to make sure that your design, the design process, all of it in general, you want to make sure that you're being fair with it. And for the most part, especially with fast fashion brands, you'll see that this is something that they're kind of careless about, and we hear it all the time. But Something that can help you as well when coming up with your designs is creating mood boards. So use mood boards, reference photos, or if there are garments that already exist that you like, but you know there are certain tweaks that you want to make to it, you could use that as a reference as well. And then also flat sketches as templates are also really important. These are things that are also used. And then something that is so important, especially when it comes to production, is the written specs. So with the written specs, it gives you the length, the fit, the fabric, the whole design, the vibe. And this is really important, especially for production, because you want to make sure that the way that it looks from the beginning, from A, when you get to Z, you want to make sure that it looks exactly the same, so everyone throughout the process knows exactly what things should look like, so that when they're doing their part, everything just comes together cohesively. Now typically, if you have already done your research on like wholesale vendors and things like that, you already know that buying wholesale is a lot more affordable than starting from scratch and producing your own garment, maybe producing your own accessories, your own bags. It is a lot more affordable to buy from wholesale vendors. Keep that in mind when like saving up for this process or going through this process, and really do your research. I personally have done more work on the wholesale side, so I can't really give you guys too much like I can't give you guys people that I know specifically or manufacturers that I know specifically, because I have reached out to some, most of them were like overseas in Italy and like China, but I think that it is so important for you to do your own research so that you can work with the right people that you trust to execute the vision for you. And typically, of course, this also is a longer process compared to working with a wholesale vendor, because you're literally starting from scratch. But the best part about it is that it is your own unique brand, something that no one else has, or even if it's similar, it's still your very own. It's very exclusive, because when you're a designer and you're creating your own pieces, the quality and the quantity is good, but the quantity is limited, because you're not creating like this fast fashion brand. But something to also keep in mind is to protect your brand. Make sure that you trademark your brand. Make sure that you are doing your due diligence when it comes to protecting your brand and your products, because a lot of fast fashion companies steal from smaller designers. Especially when your stuff is really popular, it is so much easier for them to quickly produce your stuff because they already have the systems in place to do so. So just be mindful of that. So this was your reminder that you definitely can be a fashion designer without knowing how to sew and without knowing how to draw. But I think that the whole process, well, I could definitely say, like, even thinking back to like when I was in fashion school, the most stressed out students were the fashion design students. So be ready for the process, because it is definitely stressful, but it's also very fun. I think that once you have gotten systems down, systems in place that work for you, you will see things flow effortlessly. And I hope to see you guys succeed. If you guys start your own brands, tag them down below. Put your website or your handles down below so that I could check them out, because I want to root you guys on. And honestly, creating your own designs is something that I want to do as well. So it's still something that I'm gonna, you know, keep my mind on for the future, but it's definitely something that's time consuming and you have to really dedicate yourself to it. So if you guys needed this encouragement right here, I hope you guys are now motivated and you are encouraged, and you know that you are able to bring your vision to life regardless of your own skills, as long as you are able to communicate that to the people that you're working with, that you have on your team. So if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. If you have any other video suggestions that you would like to see from me, comment them down below, and I hope to see you in another video.